Anthony Santander at the plate.
For New York, the left fielder, Anthony Santander.
And a foul ball. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-2.
Going to count 1 and 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And down on strikes. 1 away. Next to hit, Michael Harris the second. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. The tag, and he's out. Jeff McNeil.
Yeah. McNeil.
McNeil checks his swing. Appeal down to third. Didn't go. 2 outs, base is empty. Crow Armstrong should have it. He makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. Back now in the Bronx. And on the mound now, Kerry Wood. And Singy, he's one of the most dominant arms in all of baseball.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Batting second.
Ketel Marte up to the plate.
Marte.
This one high in the air to left center. Santander pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. And now Bader up to the plate. First pitch misses.
Ball 1, no strikes.
And delivers outside.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
And now 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. And we're back. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Pudge Rodriguez. Nobody on his team has a better batting average than he does, Siggy. Ober back to work. Ramirez to first. That takes care of Rodriguez. And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. Chris, he's their team leader when it comes to RBIs. And first offering is fouled off. Ober, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable.
Ball, that's low.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
And that's their first base runner of the game.
Well, the bad news is that pitch wasn't close. The good news, they're set up to turn 2 and get out of the inning.
Swing and a foul out of play. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much. Slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch to pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
Second inning here, no score. And the funky Muncie is stifled by the strikeout. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Here's a rocket out to left. He's got it, and that is that. Back at Yankee Stadium, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now here is Pete Crow Armstrong. Popped up. Swanson. And there's one away. Now it's Jose Ramirez. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. That misses, and that is ball 1. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Popped up, Rodriguez should have this one, and makes the grab. And a couple of quick outs. Kyle Stowers digs in now.
Ball, that's inside.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
And that's in the dirt.
1 strike.
And that's a little bit high. And now 3-1.
1 strike.
And that's ball 4. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game. Jason Varitek will hit next. Oh, and he hit him.
That got him. First base.
So up next, Josh Smith. Almost got him.
2 balls, no strikes.
This one in the dirt. Caught up now trying to get to third. And they tag him out. Back for more from the Bronx. And now the DH, Shohei Ohtani. And that's fouled off.
Well, these guys, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Polanco right there to make the grab. And a quick out, number 1. Dansby Swanson stands in. Swanson goes 6'1", 31 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2015. Just missed. Not close with that one. 2-1.
That's a ball.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count. Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Back to the top of the lineup. Digging in is the switch hitting. Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. That's one way to quiet the crowd. It's 2-0. Now a chance for Michael Harris II. And the pitch. Adios, pelota. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. It's 3-0. One down. Jeff McNeil stands in. And ball
that's
one.
inside. That's a ball.
More numbers retired and more world championships than any other franchise. The impact the Yankees have had on baseball really second to none. And you come here to this yard and it's all on display. Right side, hard hit. Throw to first in time. I think you could make a pretty strong case that the most famous sports name in the world is the New York Yankees. It's a franchise that resonates across the globe probably more than any other. Everyone's heard of the Yankees because of the length of that history. That one misses, and the count now 2-0.
And that Yankee hat, I mean, it's all over the place. Moms at the supermarket, music videos. You just look and you're going to see one just about every day. But to wear that hat for
Ramirez sends it to first. That takes care of Rodriguez. And that is the inning. Bottom of the inning. And now here is Josh Smith. There's the strike.
0-1.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
2 strikes to count.
High fly ball out to left field. Santander under this one. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. And next is the designated hitter, Jason Dominguez. Strike one. One out, bases empty.
0-1's the count.
Strike two.
0-2 is the count.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. That K is his third of the game. So the batting order turns over. The batter now, Jorge Polanco. And first offering is fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss. The back in the Bronx, and here's the first baseman, Carlos Santana.
The first baseman, Carlos Santana.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that Bo Jackson boots it. Still manages a throw, but he beats it out. And the leadoff man is on with an infield single.
The third baseman.
So a man at first. Here's Muncy to hit. Can't make contact with the sweeper.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Stretches out and holds it in.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Hernandez, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. Next offering in there for a strike. 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. It falls in, and that's a knock. And now two aboard. To third, not in time. And it's runners at the corners with
Now
one
batting,
gone.
Designated hitter.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish.
Ohtani.
Swing and a high fly ball when he's out. Up, down, and that ends the bottom of the fourth. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Ketel Marte. Singing 4 homers in 22 games at Old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember?
Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in one game. And, before that game in the clubhouse, there was a gentleman there who owned a suit company there in downtown Manhattan. And he said to me, "Hey, kid, you hit a home run in the game tonight. Come over to the store tomorrow and I'll give you a free suit."
And a swing and a miss.
1-1.
So I went into the game. I happened to hit 2. When I walked into the store the next day, and he looked at me, he said, "You're trying to put me out of business, aren't you?" And that was a great experience that I had as a rookie playing against the Yankees, playing in New York.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. 1 away. So did Super Joe give you 2 suits?
Super Joe hooked me up with 2 suits.
Bader swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. And a base hit up the middle. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Everything came together for him.
Now
Just kept
batting,
it simple.
center
Played proper
fielder.
with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
And now Pete Crow Armstrong puts a bunt down. Muncy on the run, throw to first. Pretty nice play there.
No, just doing his part right there, trying to move that runner into scoring position. Got it down successfully. Now we'll see if they can drive him in from second.
Ramirez stands in here, leaves that one off the inside.
1-0.
And that is out of play. In the dirt.
Nope, outside.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Right side. Throws to first. And he has thrown 4. Back here in New York.